Have you ever felt trapped in an endless loop of creativity rut? Like your brain has run out of ideas every single time you want to create? And then self-doubt sneaks into your lives, and you start questioning whether you're meant to be an artist in the first place. The Creative Act, A Way of Being, by Rick Rubin, can be the panacea for unlocking creativity amongst everyone. There's no guidebook or instruction manual for how to be a creative person. At the beginning of the book, Rick underlines that none of it is a definitive guide. The 78 areas of thoughts are simply his reference points. It's a distillation of the wisdom he has accrued over decades of a lifetime spent in the studio, working with creative people and bringing records to fruition. He believes that creativity isn't limited to making art. It can be a conversation, a solution to a problem, rearranging our furniture, or even choosing a new route to work to avoid traffic jams. Everyone can be a creator and participate in the creative act. All of us have a creative streak, regardless of our chosen medium. The universe is constantly brimming with creativity. Ideas are eternally unfolding. All we need to do is tune in. To put this into perspective, let's think of the source of creativity as a cloud. Like clouds, no two ideas are ever the same. Creative ideas are always out there, freely floating around us. If we dedicate ourselves to living our lives as an artist, it's 24/7 work, as we set no limit to creativity. There is no off button. We have to remain aware and present at all times, watching and waiting for new ideas and inspiration. The gift of awareness is what allows us to experience everything around us without any attachment. Although we can't change what we're noticing, we can change our ability to notice. Nature might be one of the purest sources of inspiration we can find. Go out and immerse yourself in the wilderness. Another thing we can do is look inward. Our subconscious is filled with an abundance of information. We can teach ourselves to look past the ordinary and look more deeply, with more intent. We can find meaning in the mundane. As vessels, large amounts of data and information can enter us. This doesn't enter the vessel directly, it is distilled through a filter. We might miss out on some great ideas, but we can learn to expand our ability to receive. Building good habits to practice is also great for expanding our awareness. Your rituals don't need to be grand, but they do need to be consistent. Small, simple steps can make all the difference. So much of the job is not to think, but to be open to what's there, and then use our intuition and follow our excitement to see where it takes us. Where there's excitement, there's energy. And where there is energy, there is light. The art of creation is to enter a mysterious realm. We long to transcend and get a glimpse of the unseen. Art allows us to access a portal to a foreign world where there's no right or wrong. With an open mind and childlike innocence, find relevance in anything you come across and actively look for signals to decipher. But being a creator often makes us feel like we're bound by rules of any kind, especially because of our desire and pressure to make something great. We often feel stuck. Rules can be helpful indeed. It acts like a guidepost. But rigid rules can lead to predictable sameness in our working methods, preventing us from exploring. Lower the stakes and challenge the rules instead. Go against our methods and assumptions. Try the opposite of what we always do. We'll never know what we come across when we do things differently. That's how we can see. We can see what works and what doesn't. Whatever we're working on is only a seed, something we plant and hope to see grow with time. All we need to do is to collect high potential seeds, experiment, and focus on the seeds that excite us the most, and see what happens. It may flourish into a beautiful garden, or it may not. We never know. The only way to find out is to bring a work to completion so that we can move on to the next seed. Don't remain too long in a phase. Maintain momentum and avoid the desire to pivot when things seem stale. If it's a failed experiment, we have two choices. One, we can look back and double down on a pattern that we think ruins the result. Two, we give the result a whole new direction. Either way, we're going to be able to create something different. If we think the seeds have grown beautifully and we like the result, polish it before we set it free into the world by only including what is essential to make it its best. Art is more about the creator than the audience. When we focus on impressing people, we tend to create assumptions and expectations from the creative process. Commercial success is outside of our control, and art should be created to represent oneself. Therefore, no one has the same measure of greatness. The competition that every artist should care about is self-competition. This is where we constantly challenge ourselves to move things forward and create a sense of progression. Creativity isn't through a miraculous accident or by having been born with otherworldly intellect. Anyone is inherently creative if they understand how to put themselves in the ideal state of mind for creativity to flourish. The possibilities can range from composing a musical masterpiece to cooking a phenomenal Philadelphia cheese steak. Regardless of your chosen creative medium, the key is to notice what feeling tones arise and where they lead. Look for clues pointing to new methods or ways to further develop current ideas. With each chapter we make, we gain experience, improve our craft, and inch closer to who we are.